This one I intend to make really short, and I'm doing this in a live format, unedited. Now, there's a couple things that I wish I knew before starting out in YouTube, and if you're considering starting out in YouTube, I would look into this video, pay attention. The number one thing that I think I wish I knew, like right out of the gate, is, upon watching a lot of videos from large content creators and things like TubeBuddy, vidIQ that talk about the algorithm and things, is that they tell you to have a title and thumbnail first before actually making a video. Because if the audience, upon seeing a title and thumbnail, isn't interested enough to click on that title and thumbnail, then your video won't get views. It's just no one's going to check it out. So regardless of if you're passionate about the content or if you work hard on the video itself, it doesn't matter if no one on YouTube, upon seeing that title and thumbnail, chooses to watch the video. If no one's clicking the video, then there's really no point. You aren't going to get any views. So that is something to keep in mind. Number two is one thing that I've really loved doing, and what I like about this channel more than anything is I think our community-based streams where we have like gaming videos where, audience can play multiplayer with me live. But one thing that's interesting is the bulk of my content, which has just been like, free-for-all Smash Bros. Arenas. That's not necessarily what has been the most successful videos. I remember one particular incident as I made a live stream geared towards my audience called Why I'm Tired of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And of all videos, that was the one to get the most views, because I feel like to a broader audience, a topic that is a bit controversial is a bit more interesting than just watching guys play a video game. So it goes back to the thing. If your video has an interesting title and thumbnail and premise that is going to intrigue a larger audience, you're more likely to get clicks, views, and likes on that video. But that video was not intended for a larger audience. That video was intended for my audience. So it just kind of felt bizarre that I was all of a sudden getting all these viewers on a video that wasn't geared to get a large amount of viewers. So I think that that's particularly interesting, and that moment just solidified in my head that I'm just kind of unhappy with the platform. Now, I love making YouTube videos, but I also understand the price of success. That oftentimes, if I want to be successful as a YouTuber, I'm going to have to focus on content that I don't necessarily want to make. And that's a hard thing to just sit with, I think, as a whole. And I just want people to know essentially, if you want to get on YouTube, don't get on YouTube because you want to make money. Get on YouTube because you like making content. And if money comes, that's great. But ultimately, I think that more often than not, a lot of people who start out on YouTube as a side hustle end up just getting burnt out. It's not the way to go. So that's basically where I'm at. This looks like a replay. Nico, I'm right here. Hello. Hello, Hakeem. I got some of my audience members already here. But yeah, it's currently like 5:49 in the morning, so they're all perplexed as to why I'm streaming. But ultimately, things have been on my mind because I've just been kind of reshaping my content as I wanted to expand to reach a larger audience and potentially make more money. But with that comes sacrifices, because I'm recognizing that a lot of the content that I want to make is not geared towards a necessarily larger audience. It's geared towards a niche, small group of people. So there's like, it's a bit of a conflict of interest here. So either I need to commit to that smaller audience and keeping, with the content that I want to make, or perhaps just grift my way to the top and just talk about relevant or controversial subjects around the gaming industry as a gaming channel. And it's like, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good to me. So it's like, it feels like I'm honestly, if I want to be successful on this platform, I'm taking the long and harder path. The long and harder path. Because I could complain, I guess, all the time about perhaps, every controversy going on with Xbox, Sony, Nintendo. But if I'm not really passionate or actually care about the issues that are like relevant, then I think I've lost the plot. I think I've lost the plot. I did make a video talking about Palworld and how Nintendo threatened, well, they threatened to investigate. I don't even know. Like, apparently they want to investigate Palworld for copyright infringement, and I was off-putting to me. But I made that video mostly because of the fact that I wanted to, and I actually felt passionate about that issue. So I think that, I don't know, if I'm not feeling angry about it, like, you know, it's like, well, I pretty much knew this beforehand. Like, for example, Xbox is slowly trying to fade out physical media, and they're laying off a ton of employees. I mean, like, none of this surprises me because this has been Xbox for the last several years when they've been focusing on Game Pass, and what Game Pass is supposed to do is supposed to integrate less physical sales and more focus on, like, streaming. You know, it's essentially the Netflix of video games. Like, it's no surprise to me that physical media is dying because the gaming industry, with things like Steam, it's been dying for a long time. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. So I just want to warn my audience and anyone who's thinking about making a gaming channel or just any channel in general to just be aware that it's really, there's a lot of competition on YouTube, and it might not work out. And it requires a lot of work. You have to have consistent uploads. It is constant work. So just know what you're getting into. And I honestly hope that you're here to enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, then it's not worth your time. Get an actual job that pays. That's where I'm at. If YouTube and content creation is actually a viable career, and it is a real career, but it's only for the select few that can actually make it to the top. Because just with 1,000 subs, you're probably going to be barely making minimum wage, to be honest. But yeah, that's that. That is that. Anyways, just keep that in mind, guys. Everybody take care. Stay safe. I guess I'll see you guys later.